I wonder if you could clarify or remind me again why mindfulness is all about recollection and memory as opposed to being in the present moment. I don't come up quite often.
Okay. Beings don't liberate or awaken through the present moment. There is no present moment. That's a construct. It's a useful practice, but there is no present moment. So really what it means is a continuum of attentiveness, but the recollection is what gives mindfulness power. The actual translation of mindfulness is not really the right, let's say, correct translation. It was one that was picked. The word really means recollection, memory. And recollectiveness gives the power of mindfulness. That means you can determine the liberation comes not because you're attentive. Anybody can become attentive to a cup. But why the cup was picked up and the mental states behind the picking of the cup, whether it is the three roots of greed, hatred, delusion, or generosity, the three opposite, generosity, loving kindness, or clarity, is really what we're after. All the rest doesn't lead to liberation, doesn't lead to freedom. It can lead to peacefulness. You can get really peaceful by staring at a glass. But it doesn't do anything besides be peaceful. The power of mindfulness is the recollective memory power. That is, before lifting the cup, one is extremely lucid that it was lifted out of irritation, or lucid because it was lifted out of greed or lust. I gotta have that water. Or it was lifted and you hit your face like this and spilled hot water all over your face because there was dullness. Or one day you lift the cup and go, oh my goodness, that's just freedom. That's glory. No greed, no hatred, no delusion, just an act of pure, generous freedom. So that's how we become liberated, by sorting out the causality of how we stand. We don't stand because we stand. We stand because we have intention based on factors that allow us to stand. This hand gesture is based on mental factors of three roots or three positive roots. That is mindfulness. That's what the Buddha meant by mindfulness, and he explained it with two different words. Okay? And translating, clear, close attention and clear comprehension. Sampajana and Yoniso Manasikara. That's how he clarified the meaning of mindfulness in discourses. He didn't just say mindfulness, but he actually clarified what it really meant. You have to have clarity, and you actually have to have recollective ability. So, when you put on the watch, you know how the watch got put on, which means that your speech will change, your body will change, your meditation will change. You know why the meditation is, because it's grounded in good states as opposed to grounded unwholesome. So as Guru Rinpoche said, if you can't tell the difference between that which is wholesome and that which is unwholesome, that which leads to liberation, that which does not lead to liberation, that which is beatific and that is not beatific, you're in trouble. So you can stare at a glass all you want. You can feel your body all you want. But as Namdra Rinpoche said to me, you'll never become enlightened. Only awareness, and he said recollection, enlightens beings. I learned that early on. I can tell you, I reported back to him, he said, you got it, it's good. He nailed me to the proverbial cross over that one. He nailed me. He screamed at me one day. He said, stop all that attentiveness stuff, that mindfulness stuff. He said, that's not real mindfulness. Recollection and awareness is mindfulness. The other doesn't liberate. And he froze me in my tracks. I went, geez. He says, go back and practice. And I did. I got it. Doesn't work. Now, if you're developing samadhi, one-pointed samadhi, you stare at the glass until your mind becomes still. That's different. That's not mindfulness. That's called attentiveness to the glass. You put it out here, or the dorje. You stare at it. You look at it until the mind settles and there's no thoughts. There's just this object. That's different. That's different. That doesn't lead to liberation. That's good practice. That's called practicing samadhi. So that's about as short and quick I can get on that there, Nikki.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. May that help.
Thank you for including the word awareness, which is easier for me to understand than recollection.
I thank Namjo Rinpoche many years ago for that wonderful instruction on the Polish ocean liner, the Zygmunt Stary, somewhere off the coast of East Africa. I think it was near Sudan, or coming through the Suez. That was coming through the Suez Canal. That's it. Just after the 7-Day War. He was looking just for a moment to nail me on that one. That was good. What a compassionate teacher. As they say in the Vajrayana, it's the pith instructions that liberate.